of Shadows, but it's abbreviated now for some reason. In Praise of Shadows. Dark Side. Alright, so if you guys don't remember, In Praise of Shadows was a guy who made this really bad video on Wendigoon and a lot of other YouTubers where he basically just flat out lies at times. It's also just filled with a bunch of stupid arguments. Like, it was a pretty bad video, but he's recently returned with this 18-minute video right here, kind of trying to explain himself. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen a few clips, and he's looking pretty bad. This is probably going to be our only topic for tonight. I know I haven't been streaming as much recently. I was just like, hey, during the month of October, I've streamed for like less than an hour. I need to change that to at least a little over that. So, you know it's going to be a bad one where they're like, hi. you know they're nervous for probably a good reason. Yes, because it will probably be dumb. He was, for all transparency, he was, their Discord leak showing that he still agreed with everything he said. He was just coming out in public, trying to walk it back and doing very poorly at it, but... I love how all of these people, like, 4 years ago were like, stop parasocial relationships. We should stop promoting parasocial relationships. Nowadays, they're like, I want to talk to you human to human. You know, now that, like, they realize how monetarily beneficial that relationship is. Yeah, okay, I don't know what he's talking about here specifically, but there were 2 instances where he disappeared. He made a really stupid video on Eyes Have Hills, where he said the eyes in the hills were representative of Native Americans. We got like 13 viewers in here. Your book, Kevin, on your TV? No, that's In Praise of Shadows. He's a really stupid guy. We've all joined together to make fun of him. Wait, Kevin, bro, your book, Kevin, I don't get what you were trying to say there. And so I just left. And I didn't want to really talk about it. This is the last time I'm ever going to publicly talk about the situation. Right? He's been thinking about it for the last, like, how long has it been? 4 months? Please? Dude. I was already going to do this. It's like late at night. I need to go to bed in like maybe in an hour or 2. So, no, not my YouTube channel. Hello. Hello, Martin the Boy. Honestly, that would be a good strategy. Like, even though primarily YouTube was pretty far against this guy, there were still a few people on his side. I'm sure he could have just deleted the video, then started making like some videos that kind of just pandered to his initial audience, and probably would have scraped by off of that. That would honestly probably be the better strategy. Now that he's doing this, he's just inviting more criticism. The glare on the TV makes it... Okay, the glare on the TV makes it that you can't see. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really know what to do to not have that. I guess I could turn off the lights. Does that help any? Yeah, you can kind of tell what's going on. I get You can I get a shout out? Okay. Shout out Aiden Echo. Martin Boy says yes. All right, we can roll with this. Well, we're already like a minute into it, so that's a bad sign. But like we're here. We can see the TV. Stay up with me, babe. Dude, chat's unhinged. What? It's been 5 months. This isn't immediately. I just subscribed to you and chat subscribed to this guy. Thank you, Martin the boy. Like that text response you made? Yeah, a lot longer than a month, buddy. I don't know exactly what the timeline is. This happened right around the time I went on summer break, so must have been like June. So yeah, I think it was 4 months. You're welcome. So now I got lost in the woods. And I'm a feminist, guys. So I'm not stuck in here. I'm stuck in here with a bear. Yeah, you remember that meme? I'd rather be stuck in the woods with a bear than a man. By the way, can we talk about YouTube's new UI on TV? I know you guys can't see the subscribe button awkwardly placed there, but look. There's just a subscribe button right here. And then you click on the channel, there's another subscribe button right there. What are you trying to say, YouTube? What are you trying to say? It doesn't even make sense from a business standpoint. When YouTube want channels to get less subscribers and more views, because if you have under 1,000 subscribers, you can't monetize your work. But YouTube still can. They still reap like some level of profit. So if your channel is like getting 20, 30,000 views and you're not monetized, that just all goes to YouTube. So wouldn't they like want channels to have less subscribers, but yet I don't understand anything this company does anymore. You're gonna get criticism, but he's still gonna play it off as like, oh, harassment. They're harassing me because blank minority group I fall into. You speculated about Wendigoon. Now you're like turning around complaining when it happens to you. I'm sorry, someone left. Okay, he does admit that. All right. One apology. He has owned up to one thing so far. We are 2 minutes in, like a ninth, more like a sixth, the way through this video. He's owned up to one thing. All right. If we keep at this pace, he'll own up to 6. That's like 6 out of the 25 mistakes he made. I can see why people got that interpretation of you. Like most of the people he went out after in that bad conservative horror movie video were like Christian, and like the fact that they were Christian was like at points brought up there. Um, I don't know necessarily if he actually holds any hatred. I know like a few people on the far left do actually hold hatred for Christians. I don't know if he's one of them, but like I see why that interpretation is made. He kind of just also fits the stereotype, if I'm being honest. The stereotype Redditor to like say, Christianity is full of frauds and I hate everyone. Like, just obviously like 30-year-olds going nowhere in life. Redditor, he kind of fits that whole stereotype with a stupid mustache, and unlike my mustache, which is great that you can't see because it's dark, because I needed to stop the glare. What is an evangelical? I know we don't have time to go over everything here, but what is an evangelical? So you can't talk about your religion if YouTube is your job. You can't talk about your religion on YouTube if YouTube is your job. I just don't agree with that. I feel like this comes from the same area as, oh, you aren't allowed to like profit off your trauma type arguments. Um, I think if you're like anything and you want to blend that into your work and still monetize that work, I think that's a-okay. I think if Wendigoon wants to make a multi-hour documentary on Christianity and still monetize it, still put it green, I think he should have the money. That's every bread tuber. They're just like they're just pandering to like one side of the political aisle and just not expecting anyone else like even more center-ish to really like see the video or question it at all. This guy is so whispery. I don't know how to describe his voice. It's just like raspy, whispery. I know I've got nothing to stand on here with this high pitched, squeaky voice. Yeah, you probably have to do that. You probably have to not like immediately just. You're probably gonna have to explain yourself when you say something random. I mean, if you're trying to like be humorous and just saying random things, that can work. But he's not doing that. He's making serious arguments and just not giving context. This feels like a really boring video like the one I'm watching right now. This is my mixed feelings on like a quarter of the U.S. You know, I like some of the landscape here, but you know, this South has a real bad reputation for slavery. Some of that bad reputation keeps moving on. He probably at some point just randomly goes off on like a random cartoon one Southerner makes, like for 15 minutes. Because every video essayist does that. You notice that? Like I don't want to keep using the term bread tubers. Bread tubers will make like multi-hour long videos on like a super big topic and just like span it all into one, and then you realize it's like 10 different topics in that video and they don't really have a good segue in. You kind of get lost at one point. It's like a big stereotype. Who's not talking about that? It's like the biggest stereotype. I mentioned that when I was talking about the South offhandedly on this live stream. Oh, casual racism in society, aka edgy jokes I don't like. You melted down in what situation? He hasn't even named the situation yet. I just noticed that. He hasn't said Wendigoon once. But yeah, you melted down in a Discord server for like 2 days. Don't make the video. That's how I would have handled that situation. I wouldn't have made the video and I wouldn't have gotten all that criticism. I feel like I've cracked the code. I feel like I'm a few steps ahead of you. Don't make the video. You won't get all the criticism. If you make a bad video, you'll get criticism for it. Who would have guessed it? And if you don't make the video, you won't get that criticism, and you won't be melting down in your Discord server. Is he seriously mad at that? It's clearly a joke. Again, from that video, I see how people got that impression. Kevin Bravo, I don't know if I've missed this. I don't know how long ago this was sent, but hi. Hello. Whoa, wait, wasn't there literally a line in there like so Wendigoon's conservative. Is that really that big of a problem? And then this guy was like, yes. That was literally a line in his video. I'm not making this up. Yeah, because you refuse to get a job and you're living off your Patreon. Except Wendigoon, because he followed me on Twitter. That was literally what snapped him into making that video. Wendigoon followed him on Twitter. after like his fans harassed him after making a dumb video. Not the dumb video on Wendigoon, but the dumb video on Hills Have Eyes. Eyes Have Hills. It had to be dropped somewhere in this. I am gay. Couldn't go 18 minutes without mentioning that somewhere.
Into like hating poor people thing. Apparently, I also don't like normal guys, and like the thing that's kind of funny about that is the like kind of this whole situation.
Well, he likes guys, but
Well, because I was a normal guy, so like I'm notoriously difficult to get a hold of, and that's because I'm not really online at all. I don't tweet. I genuinely don't spend much time on.
but he is on Discord. He's not gonna mention not being on Discord.
I don't have any other social media. Before this, I was getting on Discord like once every like 6 months. For the most part, I'm not friends with other online content creators.
I feel like that's not true. I saw the chat messages you were sending in there. I feel like that's not true.
Probably why. I mean, 3 and 5 YouTube videos. And that is not like a dig at other YouTubers. That's not saying they don't make excellent work, because there's a lot of great work on YouTube. But like, it comes to
The Kyle's Review channel. He's talking about the Kyle's Review channel. Great content coming out of here. We've even started a brand new channel called Kyle's Clips. Getting great support already. Only 4 or 5 days into the project. 3 subscribers gained. 1,500 views. Videos in the range of 500 views to 0. Little hit and miss. We're going to be working on expanding the channel. I want to do stream segments, like full long 10-15 minute videos on just stream segments. Clip farming here. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe to the Kyle's Review Empire. This guy draws? Yeah, of course he's an artist. I didn't want my entire existence to be comics. I wanted inspiration from everywhere in my life. And so I used to watch a lot of YouTube, like back before I went to YouTube. But then I started making videos, and I make videos all day long. And I don't want to like turn around and then like watch. And they still only get released once a month because he keeps rambling and keeps making the editing job longer. And so, when you're not an online person, but you feel compelled to write a piece about online culture, looking at it from a distance, trying to figure out what is real, it's a different kind of research. And I totally was not the guy to do that job. You notice how the voice is like, his mouth is like moving, but the lip syncing's off on this video. Did he like genuinely go in the woods and just start going and then just voice over it later? I wouldn't even put it past this guy. See, he's having like in the video, he's having like an acid trip right now while holding a microphone, but this is voiced over. Wait, he knew the video was gonna be bad? Well, hold up, I gotta go back on that one. I felt like it was important. I felt like nobody else would do it, and I knew that the reaction was not gonna be good. I knew it was bad. So and then it was, and then he needed a mental health break. It's like Idub saying that he needed therapy after he signed up for a boxing match. Then he boxed, and then he got punched in the face, which he, reminder, got signed up for and got paid to do. That situation still makes me mad. How are you gonna need therapy for something you legally agreed to?
Sneeko was before I made that video, and I didn't really know who he was when I posted that video. And so
Wait, Sneeko make fun of this guy too? A lot of people came out of the woodwork to make fun of him. I wouldn't even be surprised.
really serious, and I admit that, and I am sorry. I took the video down like immediately because I realized the video had major problems. But like it also
No. You drugged your feet on that. You drugged your feet on that. You cut out a 35-minute segment and kept the video up. Then you just took it down like a week later.
sometimes in retrospect is a little bit funny that I tried to be like, this guy's the fucking worst. At least, according to him. And like, I fucked it. I fucked it pretty bad.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot else I can say about it. What's done is done. I can't take it back. But also, ultimately, that's like
Is he gonna like try remaking it?
section. I think it's done.
I mean, you try remaking it, you can try like apologizing, you can try saying like mentioning all the lies you spread about people. Like, did we even mention how he promoted like false R-word allegations against Brandon Buckingham? That hasn't even been addressed here. That's probably the worst thing this guy has done, by the way. And we haven't seen any mention of that.
There are channels that just exist to talk shit about people.
Oh yeah. Now we're pivoting the blame. All right. Guys, I messed up. I made a terrible, awful video. I slandered a bunch of people. But did you know there's a bunch of channels that are very mean to me right now? That doesn't change a single thing you did. Your video is bad. People deserve to be mean to you.
And I don't want to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to escalate.
You are that guy.
I'm just trying to describe my perspective of how this happened. Because at the end of the day, everything's fine. I fucked up. But also,
I don't know. It looks like you lost your house and now you're living in the woods. So I don't really know how you're saying it's fine.
nobody I mentioned in that video was harmed at all. Everybody's
Okay.
fine.
In fairness, this may be a green screen. In fairness, this may be a green screen. I still don't know why he'd make it the woods though.
That's kind of like how that genre of YouTube works. And the whole drama machine ultimately just exists for fun. And I shouldn't have been a part of that. I shouldn't.
Oh, guys, I slandered a lot of people, but I don't care about that. I shouldn't have been part of the drama machine. I contributed to the slop epidemic on YouTube. Now he's like pandering to who was that guy who made the stupid video on slop content? Raymond 2112.
I felt like there were more than one thing. I did not word them well. I had no fucking chill. I could have done pretty much everything in that better. But you live and learn. I don't know.
Including not making the video. You could have done that better. You could have I don't know, made a video on like Fortnite. You could have made the video on where does each Fortnite skin land on the political compass. You could have done that. It probably would have gotten like not as much hate, and you probably would have made money, and it would probably still be up.
Other than I won't
And r/YouTube drama wouldn't go into like a civil war over it.
do better.
Yeah, that was one of the funniest things that happened. Basically, after his video came out, it was so stupid. Like, even r/YouTube drama that was heavily against Wendigoon at the time and was using many of the same arguments he was in his video was like, we can't defend this. But some of them still were, and others were like, no, dude, pack it up. It's raps. Okay.
Because I think that's been said. So, like, with that video, there was a lot of comparison to the Dan Olson video that came out soon after mine and the H. Bomber guy playing the person video. There was a lot of, like, comparing the three of us. And I think, like, the only commonality between those three videos is YouTubers talking about YouTubers. With two of them being good videos and one of them being, like, a really bad video. But people were striking, like, saying that I was jealous. And that's why I was making that video.
Yeah. In my opinion, this guy was clearly trying to be H Bomber guy. He was not. He failed. Even the lefties that usually eat that type of content up were like, dude, this is bad.
And I just want to say, I am not that jealous. And I never have been.
Yes, you
I
are.
have never made a single video on YouTube to chase trends. I have never made a video because someone made a popular video like that.
Maybe you should. Maybe you would make more income. Maybe you wouldn't have to record in the woods.
Not the kind of guy that. And I've never. I've always made what I think is interesting, what I am compelled to do, what I think is right. You know, I can definitely work on my tone with critical pieces, but like I wasn't doing that thing.
By the way, does anyone notice how this video keeps zooming in? Anyone notice how this video keeps zooming in and out and in and out and in and out of the guy's face? Like it's trying to be boring, but it also has ADHD at the same time. Like, pick a lane, dude. Are we doing slow, calm, melodramatic talking, or are we doing hyper zoomer, like zoom in, zoom out every 5 seconds? See?
You know, for better or worse, that video was authentically me, and to prove that.
Oh yeah, let's count these. Let's count these. All right, 12:38. It's time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds till I never zoom in. 4 seconds. This guy couldn't go 5 seconds without doing a zoom in.
The exact same tone and wording and style and presentation of that bad conservative horror movie video. You know, they're very, very similar. I feel like as far as critically, this was very me. They came across as
Yeah.
a rip-off for somebody else. That was not the goal. You know, I feel like they came across as somebody.
May not have been the goal, but I don't know. Maybe he fell asleep watching H Bomber guy's video, and that just like, he slept wrote that thing. Maybe it was why it was so stupid. Maybe he slept wrote this one. Maybe he slept recorded this one.
But similarly to the Psychopocalypse video, I wasn't trying to ruin anybody's life. I wasn't doing this because I wanted a lot of views. In fact, I did know that people were going to hate this. You can go back on my Twitter and like weeks before I posted it.
Yes. So why did you have a meltdown after you got a bunch of hate for it? Were you not expecting to be actually wrong and then to actually have a point? Were you not expecting your audience to agree with them?
Project people are really going to hate. If I said that people are
You know, he's gonna blame this all on bad research. I think some of that bad research was actively malicious. Like that video was actively maliciously badly researched at points.
then that doesn't line with the narrative of me doing it because I wanted people. You know, with the jealousy thing, like it feels very
He was
strange.
trying to pander to r/YouTube drama, and they still didn't let him in.
This might be weird. It's like critiquing the president and saying something that you don't like of the president. And then somebody saying, "Oh, you're just saying that because you want to be president." And like, no, I assure you, I don't want to be the president. Critical pieces.
Even though he has a whole bunch of ideas on how to improve the country that would go really well, like socialism and LGBT rights, and the country would be so much better with him in charge. But I don't want to be president.
Without them like destroying people. And I actually say that in the bad conservative horror movie video. I said with the John Squire section of that video that I don't want to ruin people's lives because of things that they've said. That I think that we should be forgiving and open.
Except Wendigoon, he should not be allowed in public places. That's actually something he said. He should not be allowed in society because he was conservative and a Christian. And, you know, I kind of had to rewatch that video, but every point he made was horrible.
And if it was just some like something said like as an 18-year-old, who gives a shit? Everybody said really dumb things when they were, and that shouldn't be the limit. I just saw.
Except me. I was always PC and perfect my entire life.
Being critical of that doesn't mean that you want their lives to be ruined. You know, I ultimately was making that as an invitation for wanting people to do better. And if the one person who comes out of bad conservative horror movie decides deciding to do better is me, then that's a good thing. You know,
Hopefully you stop being annoying and stop saying stupid things and just shoo. Shoo like a fly. Shoo.
major criticisms of the monument period was related to citing
Make like a leave and leave, bud.
sources.
We still got like 3 minutes left of this. I'm getting so tired. What time is it? Is it still before 8? I promised my mom I would get off before 8.
I fully understand it. I can be a lot better at it. And starting from now, I will be. The John Waters video, if you go and look at it, has a full works cited in the description. Historically, I do like try and show where I get my information from, but I always try to do it visually. Historically, I would say like according to Variety, and then I'd throw up a screenshot of the Variety article.
Except for Brandon Buckingham. Because Brandon Buckingham was evil because he hung around conservative people. There I got my information from Sneeko, but I didn't actually because I didn't research it.
Where everybody can see the title and where I got it from, being done in kind of a fun visual way. Clearly, people don't really like that. So I can do a full traditional, like, one-sided where I list everything from now on.
Alright, yeah, because I really want to know where he got most of that information from. There was one point in that video where he said where Wendigoon lived. It wasn't like exact coordinates, but he said like a pretty small area around his house. And he was like, don't worry, this isn't doxing. Wendigoon said he lived in East Tennessee. But like, this guy was making it a little more hyper-specific. A hyper-specific part of East Tennessee. So, yeah.
I have tried to approach everything with
May not have been East Tennessee. Just throwing East Tennessee out as an example.
and you don't have to believe that, but I hope that my track record shows. You saw me on a
What track record? What great work has this guy actually done? He made a turning red 9/11 type criticism of a movie or praise of a movie. Then he made this 2-hour long video with a 35-minute segment in it that it possibly makes it one of the worst videos of the year, of all time even.
and I have tried for the past 5 months to really reckon with that and actually confront. I didn't want to tell.
Who? Are we talking about Wendigoon here? Who are we talking about?
And I have tried for the past 5 months to really reckon with that and actually confront. I didn't
Oh, that. It's like a thing inside of his soul. He has 2 wolves inside of him. He's got to talk to one of the wolves. In fact, the wolves made him make the video.
put out like an apology video 2 days afterwards because nobody learns things in videos. That's just real. It's not listening.
Well, he didn't make a video. He made a suicide note after 2 days.
What people say, oh, and there's a big difference there. And like everyone, I'm a work in progress. I want to be the best.
I'm a work in progress. Not done yet.
And I'm not saying that.
Guys, the video was bad because it wasn't finished.
I'm not saying that to protect my reputation. I'm saying that because it's true. And if I wanted to protect my money, or my reputation, I would have done this on like the main channel. You're only watching this if you sought this out.
Or you found it in like a homepage. YouTube's doing that a lot now. They're forcing smaller channels into your homepage just randomly. It's probably how you found me.
It is what it is. This is what they wanted me. I will continue to do that. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm sorry for it, genuinely, where I fucked up, for not having.
Now, are we actually gonna mention where you messed up? Or are we actually gonna start apologizing to a few specific people? Because honestly, even though I've said a lot of snarky stuff about this video, I don't think it's the worst apology in the world. He is kind of owning up. He is kind of admitting he was wrong, but he's also kind of tiptoeing around like the big thing right now.
Any chill for
Okay, no mentioning of any slander, no mentioning of Wendigoon, no mentioning of like any of the people he like just threw in that video and basically just slandered. No mentioning of that.
I think that's kind of fun. I'm gonna try and do. They won't be unscripted like this. They won't be scripted, but they will be shorter form. Like I'm aiming for like 10 to 20 minute videos.
Yeah, by shorter form, he means still like way too long.
Earlier movies, a lot of them not really good movies, but interesting in their badness or amateurness. You know. Hopefully that'll be a good time. And then for the main channel, I'm just gonna focus on like really big videos that I put like everything I have. You know, like I did with the water. So what I'm gonna do on the main channel is probably like every other video, like I'll do like franchise video, then big video, then franchise video, or I'll find like a random that works and it's kind of fun and I'll listen to people and stuff like that. You know, this has put me in a weird place, but a place that has allowed me to grow. I had been in a rut for a while.
Okay, I don't really have much to say about the video anymore. Now he's just going through a bunch of channel announcements. This is kind of just for his fans, of which I am not. So yeah, that was Clearing the Air by IPOS Dark Side. Real, not the best, not the worst either. He doesn't like stand firm on his ground and continue to make stupid points. That would be like pulling a Nick is not green. He does kind of back down a little, but he isn't fully back down either. He doesn't actually give you any kind of apology, any kind of anything really. It's kind of a nothing. It's just, yeah, I messed up for like 18 minutes. How long can you just say that one sentence in different ways? Apparently this guy can do it for like 16 minutes and then just like a 2-minute message to his fans. Anyways, mentioning 2-minute messages to the fans, Kyle's Clips, go over there. Posting clips from my videos, soon to be streams. Don't know how I'm going to do it because it doesn't save to my camera roll. I post all my videos from the camera roll, so I don't know, maybe I have to screen record this and get it on there, or I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'm gonna ask my partner in crime here. But anyways, yeah, that's a stream. Another 40-minute banger on the timeline here. Late night. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and bye.